Football is often described as the world's biggest unifier, and over the years, African countries have produced some of the finest football talents. Yet, despite several memorable performances, no African nations have reached the FIFA World Cup final. From Cameroon in 1990 to Senegal in 2002, Ghana in 2010 to Morocco in 2022, and other impressive campaigns, no African nations have reached the FIFA World Cup. I am Fatat Abdusalam. This is the Citizens Voices from Naija Parrot TV. We take the conversations to the street to ask the football lovers why no African nations have reached the FIFA World Cup final. Come with us. Why do you think no African nations have reached the FIFA World Cup final?
Okay, I will say that they need to improve more. Then one of the effects is racism. Racism is part of it, actually. Then also we have a quality players in Africa. Check like Morocco, Egypt, Senegal, Nigeria. We have quality players, but we need to improve more. And then also we have to have a good tactics. You cannot work on the same tactics for a long year and you expect something positive to come out. You understand? So we have to improve on our tactics. Then also the issue of racism also affects a lot of Africans not to win the World Cups.
Based on my own perspective, I believe the fact that the federation from each African countries has a lot to do because of the players that will produce. Though we have qualities from our players, but it seems they lack the skills, and that is exactly what is happening to most of the African country that fails to even qualify for final or even semi-final. So the federation from each country, they need to allow the African coach to coach our players so that they will have more insight about what is happening in our own local leagues. So we have a lot to do in Nigeria as a case study, as well as African countries.
Based on my opinion, Africa don't know how to play any football. That's my own opinion.
Actually, the football game is all about luck, a game of luck. We all try our best to yield this success. So I think Africa need to put more effort so in order to be showing right where others are showing to. So that's what I just think. We need to put more effort.
Actually, we are trying, and I feel that with time we'll improve and we'll get to that level. However, there is need for them to remove stereotyping, issue of being biased about black skin color or whatever. There is need for them to be open-minded and be fair when officiating. However, Africans too need to improve in their intake, fitness, and other things to make us get to that level. I know with time we'll get there. Thank you.
The reason is that we are trying, and remember that we are top world country. The Europeans and the Americans, they have started this boy ever since, but we are trying. Look at it. Before we used to stop at the fourth round, whatever. Now see where we are gone. So the problem is that we are developing, and very soon we believe Africa will be the best in the world.
It's because we are not up to their standard. I will not lie you. Look at the what they call it. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo àwọn facilities táwọn Europe àwọn Europe country ẹ jẹ́ ká wo àwọn facilities tán lò. L'Africa bíbá ẹ tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ wo tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nations Cup wa. So tèmi kàn rí ni pé we are not up to their standard.
Actually, when we look at the African football nowadays, if you look at it, maybe 4 years back, Africa is just developing in the side of their playing so far, if you understand. So then in mentality also, we cannot compare the mentality of how Africans are playing with all those Europe. Then we can also look at the what can I call it? Is it ethnicity or tribalism or something? If you look at all those white men, they love African being in their team when they are playing together. They just like them. But in normal pé African are black or in our nature, they don't really like us so much.
Most of our Africans wọ́n wà competent tó, because maybe the local league tí wọ́n gbá or maybe wọ́n wà full established tó because of the way they play. Most of Africa play physically football, but ball nowadays is not about physical aspect. It's about mentality. Because the way you play is not about physical, it's not about physical aspect, mentality. So mentality of Africa is just about the power. Because but it's not about power, it's about the sense. So that's why most of Africa will about the final.
We have heard the opinion from the people. What do you think? Join the conversation in the comments across our social media platform. I am Fatat Abdulsalam. See you soon.